Hello, my Cancer friend. It's Jill with the Healing Moon Tarot, and I am going to do your April 2018 reading. So, Cancer, um, I was thinking about you guys a lot before I had decided to pull for you tonight. I didn't think I was going to get one in tonight, but I just had to do it after meditating for you guys for a while. I feel like this is going to be kind of heavy, and that happens. So might as well give you a good one right off the rip, right? So I'm gonna get these turned over for you. Yep, I was right. Oh, Cancer. I think April's just gonna be a crazy month for a lot of us. And that's all right. We need them now and then, right? Right. All right, Cancer. So we're going to start here right in the middle. And we have the Judgment card, the Eight of Wands, and the Devil. Cancer. So with the Judgment card and the Devil, you can think of that as Judgment being called into heaven and the Devil. So those in their positions, you are, I feel, you're really in a space where you're reminiscing on life and in a space where you need to hold yourself accountable for your past and whew, sorry. Yeah, so you may be in this reevaluation phase, and maybe it's some kind of like spiritual awakening kind of thing. Maybe it is, especially with this Ten of Cups over here, for past energy coming in, some big life stuff has happened, some very emotional, family related, close relationship related stuff has happened. And I feel like it's caused you to really start picking apart this story you tell yourself about yourself and what you feel defines you. It may also be just someone has called you out in a way that has really moved you quickly. This card is all about really fast movement. I kind of see them as arrows being shot. They are going to go the direction you send them, and they're going to get there fast. So this has came on suddenly or very out of the blue, and now it is catapulting through your life, if you will. Just some really, really heavy thoughts and feelings about who am I? If I were called home today, how do I think my judgment would go? And what are my bad habits? What are things that I do just because they feel good in the moment, but they don't feel good long term? And I know they may be unhealthy for me or unhealthy for the relationships that I'm in. So you are, yeah, these thoughts, I see them just like flying through you, and you're really, maybe really picking yourself apart. Um, it and we need to do that sometimes. We don't grow very well when we're not conscious of who we are, the choices we make, how we feel about those choices, how we feel we may be held accountable for those choices. And it can be, those moments can sometimes be so quick coming in and so hard. Like you're just getting trampled out of nowhere. And it can be pretty darn overwhelming. Or if you're approaching it from a really healthy standpoint, it can be an absolutely amazing journey of self discovery and getting to redefine yourself a little bit and figure out who you are and who you want to be. So, really, your perspective on this is going to be extremely important while these things happen. You can either, and segueing into the Six of Coin, you can either be someone who needs to take or is going to be able to give. What side of the scale are you going to be on through this journey? And I believe you are very good at showing gratitude when people help you, as well as giving when you have it to give to people. And right now, that can be a huge strength to you through the month of April, Cancer, to just really be grateful and gracious to the people offering you love, offering you assistance in the material world. And then also consciously living and looking for moments where you can pay it forward, if you will, or just take care of the people around you. I believe that through this kind of journey, when we really pull into our body, and again, segueing into the Ace of Pentacles or coins, physical body, this card, especially with all of these other ones, you may be really in your head right here. And these cards are telling, like pulling you into your body. Finding the balance there is really, really important. So, regardless of religious views, praying and meditating to ground yourself into your body, I feel are two very important things that should be done together. Not to get too into religion or anything, but I personally pray every day, and my prayers are only gratitude. That's it. And then I spend time meditating to pull myself into my body and ground myself and all of these things. So I personally feel that it's important to pull those two parts of ourselves together purposefully every day and to spend time living in our body, but to do it with free will. To me, free will is making a conscious choice at every movement you make and eliminating many of our knee-jerk auto response stuff. And when we spend more time being more conscious of that, and we're able to gain some control, if you will, and stop allowing these bad habits to automatically happen in our life, it's amazing how much we can grow and understand not only ourselves more, but the people around us more. And this is, like I said, at the very start, before I even flip these cards over, I felt like this was going to be heavy. So I'm sorry. But some of you may be going, oh, I don't want to go through this again, or I don't want to go through this now. I know I've had those feelings too, and I'm sorry. But I hope that when you hear this, you can see it as a really, really awesome opportunity to get better at being a human, you know? So, how I do my spreads here, this is kind of like the main energies, and then this is my bossy side. This is kind of the stuff is like, this is what you need to do to get through this stuff over here. So we start with the Two of Swords down here. And the Two of Swords, Like she can't see and it's moonlight and it's dark. And on other cards, she's depicted as actually blindfolded. Well, I don't know if it's a he or she, but they are depicted as actually blindfolded with the two swords crossed. And this card, you can't keep on to say you can't pretend things aren't there. So you can't pretend that this isn't happening. You can no longer pretend that you don't have some choices to make in your life about how you deal with this ebb and flow inside of your brain. Like, okay, things are good and there's a new beginning, and all these good feelings about yourself, and then but I have these bad habits that I want to change, and I'm not using my time effectively, or I'm just hurting myself in some way. This back and forth for you. You have to start to understand that that just limits you, and it's not this drastic. Like, you can pull both your mental and your physical into you and have more control and feel really good finding the balance between those things. And you just can't pretend that this battle, if you will, isn't happening within you, because you're never gonna move forward in it. And it's followed by the Lovers, and this so many of these cards are telling you to be accountable to yourself, to get really real with who you think you are, how you feel about who you are. What do you tell yourself about yourself? Do you talk negatively to yourself? Are you saying are you headed down this rabbit hole of negative thoughts? Are you just these, again, just shooting through the air of, I suck and I did this wrong and I did that wrong and I haven't accomplished this yet and I'm broke and I gotta ask people for help or whatever. Like, do you do that to yourself? And you have to show yourself love and compassion and understanding and be accountable and be okay with whoever that is. If you go through this whole process, regardless of what you find on the other side, you're here today, you're okay, and you can choose every step forward. That's an amazing revelation if you can get there and be like, you know what, I was okay then, I'm okay now, I'll be okay in the future, and I'm just going to be right where I am right now. And in order to share that love with others, you have to encompass it in yourself. So this shows a plethora at one time, and hopefully still currently, of people who are sharing a beautifully authentic love with each other, and really, they're having a good time. And so the more you work on this, the more you're capable of pulling in those energies. And this card, he's victorious. You hope to win. You hope to accomplish, you hope to whatever. Just don't be so focused on the prize. Like, with this moving so fast, it doesn't have to happen overnight, and be careful of who you knock down on your way to get there. If you're not being really real with yourself and effectively communicating with those around you about what's going on in your life and how it may be affecting your relationship, and being open and honest with people, you could come out okay in the end, but you might hurt some people's feelings along the way. So, again, going back to showing gratitude, giving of yourself, as well as being open to receive. And some people receive better than they give, and some people give better than they receive. But just being mindful of the opportunities to be helpful to the people around you, and being open to allowing people help you, it needs to be a strength right now. And that keeps you from being, you can still be victorious, but it kind of keeps these people in the back from feeling too bullied by your victory, if you will. And we end on the 10 of coins. So this, I feel like you're really working on your physical world with the ace and then the 10. You're but with the devil, you may be living too much in your physical world, and this stuff here, the mental, the soul side of things, I feel like that's where we need to be. Or if you've been there and now you need to get more back into your body to be able to accomplish this, I think that's going to really speak to the majority of people. That's what I have the most strong feeling about, is really being able to balance these energies here and take control of your thought patterns, and with the help of others, and being really honest and having your eyes open and being authentically yourself to be able to cultivate, the victory. It can leave you sitting in a really beautiful place, being so grateful for the physical things around you. This may very much have to do with being in nature, physically putting your bare feet on the ground and breathing some fresh air and taking a moment to stop and smell the roses, if you will. I think this could be a really good space for you to be in, and being in this space while feeling connected to your spirit and having a really wonderful inner dialogue happening. That story I tell myself about myself, that to me, that all adds to an absolutely beautiful month. So I know this started out kind of heavy, but I think it's wonderful, and I truly, truly hope this resonates with you, and something I said sticks with you in a way that can give you a little nudge throughout the month if you're feeling, too caught up in this energy. On a side note, I'll do this once in a while. I might link the specific video in the bottom bar. I'm not sure how I feel about doing that because I don't want to be too pushy on people or whatever, but there are amazing, beautiful YouTubers and speakers and so forth out there that have a great message. And so there is some really great talks. I believe they're TED Talks on shame. I just have a really strong feeling that I needed to say that to you all. That you may find really beneficial this month to help deal with some of these highs and low feelings of how do I feel about myself, and if I died tomorrow, what have I done, and is the scale balanced? Am I okay? Have I done enough good in the world? Kind of energy may be happening. But all right, if you all have any comments, questions, or concerns, or need clarification on anything, please, please, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. I wish you all have, a really amazing month of April. I think it's going to be wonderful. Please don't let it, beat you down too much, because I really believe that some good energy can come your way and you can do great things with it. So have a great month. Bye.